Hello everyone and welcome to another hobby hangout with Dice Sagas. You got Christian, obviously myself, you've got Matt, the faceless one down below, and you've also got my good side, which is actually showing off a lot more of the material that I've got on my desk, and me and Matt were just talking about it briefly. It doesn't it's kind of an organized mess, I'd say, but yeah, I really need to sort out my painting, to be honest, because it is a bit of a, it's just here, there, and everywhere. But the thing is, though, if I go to literally paint something up, or in the middle of painting something, and then pack it all away, then put it back out again, and then need another one. So instead, I have it sprawled everywhere. So, Matt, how's about yourself? Do you have like select, like bunch of paint that you stick to? In terms of like,
no, not really. I'm mobile at the moment. I have this little like tray where I'm taking like my current project and a handful of paints, and then my wet palette, and that's about it. Got my handy little case to carry my brushes and etc. And that's about it, really. Paint pot or water pot, and that's it. That's all I need, really. Trying to be a bit more mobile. Space in the house is a bit of a premium at the moment.
I was going to say, are you out back in your garage? Or?
No, in my kitchen, actually.
Oh, really?
Dining table.
Do you not have a good connection out there, or is it just more for warmth?
Warmth at the moment. Yes, that's lack of warmth, actually. That'd be the issue. I think it'd be fine in the springtime or maybe in the summertime, but right now it's a bit chilly out there, and I don't have like a space heater or anything.
That's fair.
Plus, if I'm inside here, I can grab drinks, I can grab food, grab water. If I hear the babies crying or if the kids are crying or anything like that, I can run up the stairs and check on them if need be. You know, it makes it convenient that way.
Yeah, that's fair. Because if you're out in the back there, you can ignore them a bit, but obviously you shouldn't really do that.
You know, trying not to get social services involved. Neglect is not that good of a thing.
Oh man, how's your cough these days? I mean, I've started to get rid of mine now as well, so I'm on the latter end, which is good.
I think I am too. I think I'm on the mend, basically.
Yeah, good stuff.
Just got like a bit of a residual cough once in a while, but it's not too bad, really.
Yeah, mine again. This is why I got a cup of, it's a bit bizarre, but cold water. I've also got hot water, and I've also got Coke. So. Or Pepsi. Basically just tons of fluids, just regardless of what form, it just keeps coming.
Yeah, fair enough. It's good to keep hydrated.
It's just when I talk quite, obviously like now I'm going to be talking a lot, and like all day today's meetings after meeting, and then just talking all day, and I just have to constantly get the fluid down just because I end up coughing otherwise.
Yeah, tell me about it. Like in my line of work too, I have to talk quite a lot with my patients, so sometimes I just end up like going dry completely. It's terrible. But you know, what can you do?
No, exactly. I'm just going to check. So we got the Night of Zen evening. We've also got Christopher as well. Hey, and Cedar. Welcome, one and all. Let us know what you're working on tonight whilst we're hanging. During our
be right back, and I'm going to grab one more thing. I need my paint mat, or I'm going to turn this dining table black.
Yeah, no, that's all good. Yeah, as you can tell, obviously, from this angle, I kind of just wanted to give you a visual of what goes on the table, and you can tell, well, you can probably see in the background, not very well, but I've got, it's actually a Christmas present from the wife. So it's the Balrog fighting against Gandalf. So it's pretty cool. I love it, to be honest. It's got a bit of a flickering flame, all that jazz. So yeah, it's all good stuff. And obviously you can see the absolute mess that is the desk that I work on. Yeah, I really do need to sort this out. Sort it out, I tell you. Oh, you got the Gravis caps in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, sweet. Oh, you got to show us the Obi-Wan Kenobi. That'd be cool. Obviously not the Gravis caps in as well, of course, but I mean, Obi-Wan just got me excited. Well, there you go. There's the dry throat again. Kicking in early days. So as well, whilst Matt's actually gone. So as you know, we're doing a lot of board game content on Dice Sagas as well. There is a reason behind this. It is a plan that I've got in action, which should be happening hopefully in a few years. But we'll see, obviously, because a few years anything could happen or change. But yeah, any board games or anything like that you'd like to see on the channel as well, just let us know. Yeah, either in obviously Discord or in chat or in the comments down below. As always, anyone who is watching live or after the fact, always hit the subscribe button, the bell icon if you like the content, of course, and drop comments below as always. And a like on the video, because that helps with the algorithm. Matt, you just missed the whole rambling of what every YouTuber does out there.
Did you mention our OnlyFans account? That's
very
important.
Damn, yeah. No, I didn't do that.
If you want some exclusive wink wink content, that's where it's at.
Yeah, boy.
If you want to see my face and more.
Oh, yeah. So, as quickly we'll go back, because so the Knight of Zerny's got the Gravis caps in and Obi-Wan Kenobi on his painting desk tonight.
Ooh, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nice.
Exactly what I said. It's not like I don't care about the Gravis caps in, but as soon as I heard Obi-Wan, I was like, ooh, you got to put that in Discord.
I don't know. I think like at some point people are just space marined out. I just,
Yeah, it's just like what we were talking about in Discord before as well, about doing a bit of variety as well. Hence, obviously, I'm doing a lot of Marvel stuff recently. I've gone back to the ogres, just tidying up the skin and stuff, but I've only got 4 ogres left to do actually. Then I've done them all, which is awesome.
Oh, really? Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Then again, I suppose you don't have a whole lot of ogres then, do you?
No. And on top of that, it's more just doing layers, so it doesn't take that long. And then I'll be back on the Marvel stuff and basically I'm looking at doing finishing off the ogres, and then also I don't know which camera's better, but I'm going to be looking to paint a Wolverine as well. So I've just made a little start, very messy. See, painting some Warlord Games 95th rifles for my Silver Bayonet team. Oh, I think these ones, we put these in the...
They're like the Napoleonic War looking guys.
Yeah, it's going to say put them in the Facebook Fellowship of the Dice as well as Discord, I believe. So they're looking pretty cool.
What game is that from, actually?
Who knows? I don't know. I'll put some work in progress photos in Discord later. Obi-Wan's a surprise birthday present for my nephew, from my nephew, nice. So I won't be posting on Insta until he's done. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. But yeah, Matt, so we need to get a game in at some point down the line. It's been a while, hasn't it?
I don't have any time this weekend, but
no.
I have annual leave next week. So if you have time during the week sometime.
Yeah, I could come over during one of the evenings, isn't it?
Yeah, if you want.
That sounds pretty good. If
you don't mind the man cave being a bit chilly.
No, I don't mind at all. Just dress warm, be alright.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'll bring the ogres as well, because I want to try and because I've always said I want to give them another go, and I don't know.
You mean for a full game or for Warcry?
No, we can have a full game if you like. Just do even just like 1,000 point, 1,500 or something.
I don't know how many ogres you have. How many points do you have?
I've painted them all up since. So I've got the giant. Again, that's an ally anyway. Well, I've got the giant. I've got the cannon pew thing.
Right.
I've got the 2 units of gluttons. The iron. I can't remember the bloody names now. But yeah, I think I've got about 1,500 or 1,200 or something.
Oh wow, that's decent.
Yeah,
it's a decent size.
But yeah, so I'll end up fleshing them out eventually, because I decided to keep hold of them, because the reason being, I'm getting into a lot of board games and a lot of other stuff. And in terms of my general approach to life and everything else, I want to try and simplify things. And ogres are one of those things where they're not a finesse army. You just point. There's
No,
go
finesse
charge.
is definitely not in their vocabulary.
No, and yeah, so I want to try and simplify and just have games where I can just do that kind of stuff, but not even really, obviously thinking's still involved, of course, but you know what I'm saying, just a bit of a easier time whilst playing, if you know what I mean.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, so I just wanted to give those
At the same
a go.
time, you also play Sylvaneth and Idoneth.
Well, that's it, because if I want finesse, I do have those two armies, which, they're all about that. Pardon me. See, there it is. The frog in the throat. But no, I've also got Night Haunt as well. But
oh yeah, right. I keep forgetting about your Night Haunt. What about your KO? Are you keeping those, or are you gonna get rid of them?
No, I think I'm gonna sell them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just because I don't know the ships. I just find them too annoying. In truth, they really do. Yeah, they're not enjoyable to move around. Just because I just dread that they're going to tip and fall, which they have done, as you know full well, during the game.
Multiple times.
Exactly, and I don't want to be like building a whole terrain scene and just gluing it on the side of it. Or because that for me, I've seen some good stuff out there, but I've seen a lot of stuff where it looks like it's crashing into the terrain rather than actually flying above it or something.
Yeah, it's not ideal, is it?
No. Where like for instance, Leviathan, absolutely awesome. Yeah, it's not wobbly at all. It's fine. It doesn't.
Is it not? Is it pretty stable on there?
Yeah.
Is it also one of those flying
stands? Yeah.
Invisible stands, or is it on something else?
No, it's on one of those.
Oh, but it doesn't wobble. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, not so far.
Why doesn't that one wobble, whereas your KO ships do?
Well, I think at first my KO ships didn't, and then they started to after a bit of use and other stuff. So I'm assuming, I hope not, but the Variant, I may just have to glue the actual stand, which isn't ideal either, but I don't do much transporting around with it, so it's not too bad.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so that's kind of the idea. So I've got the Skaven army that I'm actually got on the books now that I'm in the process of being sold. Got a few people watching that, which is cool.
Okay. And do you have it on eBay or on Facebook?
Yeah, eBay. Yeah. Yeah, just because, again, it's just one of those where I could put it on like Facebook groups and all that stuff, but then I don't know. I just find eBay simpler in the sense. Facebook, you
don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to chat. No. You don't have to haggle. You don't have to deal with weird
people's comments in the below saying, "You're charging what? You're doing what? You can't do." Oh, and I'd be like, "Mate, just go away."
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a pain, isn't it?
Yeah. When eBay, you're just saying, "This is what you get. This is the price." You can make an offer, and then no returns. Blah blah blah. So they do take a cut. Hence the price hike and a lot of stuff on eBay. But it's part of the service, I suppose. Part of the platform makes it easier, so it's kind of worthwhile. Exactly that. But yeah, so that's the plan. So I've already got them all boxed up down the side, and then I've got KO, which I'm going to look to take pictures of probably on the weekend. Get those again, just like boxed up, ready to ship, and then. Yeah, and KO's I've got a pretty decent force, but it's just again I wouldn't if it was to stay with my KO, I'll be a bit like I need to get their big ass ship, the Ironclad.
Oh right, the Ironclad.
Yeah, and then probably like another ship, but it took me so long to paint the other ships. I'm just like I really can't be arsed.
I mean, those ships have quite a bit of detail too, so I suppose it does take a bit of time.
Ironclad especially, it's a project in itself, and I think the amount of armies I've painted over the last few years, and that's why I'm absolutely delving into this Marvel United stuff and painting. Like I've painted Cyclops, I've painted actually a lot of other stuff as well. I'm painting Wolverine. It's just changed, and I like the kind of.
It's a different pace, isn't it? You just paint one model, and that's it. Basically, you got the hero done, and you're okay.
exactly that. And again, with the game itself, what I love about it is I could get like no, see the wife, she loves it. I've got like Jono, he really likes it as well. And then it's just very accessible to it's like Josh's cousin, the wife's cousins. Like they like it as well. So it's very like family friends, and it's not like a massive learning curve. And then painting these miniatures, which they're using and having fun with, it's just adds that next level of just enjoyment and satisfaction when they're like, "Oh, this is so cool," and like moving it around, they're like, "Yeah."
That's the thing about board games; it's a lot more accessible for a lot of other people because no matter how you look at it, war games like Warhammer and other ones does require a bit of an investment, as in like you need to commit into it. If you don't commit into it, you don't really get a chance to play with anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you want your friends to play, they have to buy in, or it just doesn't happen.
No, that's exactly that. And yeah, and to be honest, I've got I'm on a Marvel kick at the moment, to be honest. I've got Marvel United. I've got every expansion for Marvel United. Then you've got the X-Men stuff, which is coming out in Q2 this year. So that again is a buttload of boxes. Like they've got the Uncanny. Basically, it's like everything again. And that honestly, so many models, games, different styles of games you can play with it as well, which is very cool. And then I've also done the I've also the Kickstarter for Marvel Zombicide.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, so I've done that now as well. So I've gone with the full Galactus one. So they get a Galactus model, which is a beast.
Did they get the Kickstarter funded already?
Yeah, it's within like minutes. You're talking. It's like 200K. It's like crazy. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at the moment with that kind of stuff. And then I was also tempting or looking at potentially even just getting the core box, but the Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Wait, I thought you already had that.
No, that's yeah, this is what I'm saying. Different games in that sense. You got Marvel United have got, and then Marvel Zombicide, which is obviously just started, and then you got the Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is basically it's a tabletop game like Warhammer to an extent. In a sense of that's it's that kind of like rules and all the jazz, and yeah, in the core set you get like. It's a maximum of like 5 heroes each. I could be wrong, but it's like an hour and a half max, like in terms of game length. And it can be shorter than that. And yeah, you basically just use heroes around the board, capturing objectives or doing certain things. You can actually pick up cars and throw them and other bits just as part of the thematic kind of.
So is it more like a kind of a skirmish kind of game, I guess?
Yeah. Best way to put it, skirmish game. But I was toying with the idea of just get it because the miniatures themselves look so damn good as well. I was just toying with getting the core box, painting them up anyway because I like the look of them, and then I just give it a go if I like it. Great. If I don't, then it's fine. The miniatures are cool. I can just put those in the cabinet and be good.
Fair enough. Yeah. Do the miniatures work with the other games then, or not, or is it separate?
No, well, to be honest, they could work with Marvel United. The reason being is just all you need really is just a miniature. So you could have a miniature. So for instance, if I was to use like Spider-Man as an example, I've got Spider-Man in Marvel United, but then you get him in the Crisis Protocol. So all you do is you basically just put them on the table because they end up going around and doing stuff anyway. So it's just a miniature to represent.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's just a miniature to represent what it is. It's a token, basically. You could put a dice on a base.
You could do. You could literally do whatever you want, like put a paint pot or something. It's like there you go, Spider-Man. But yeah, so you can do it's interchangeable in that way, which is fun if you want to do something a bit wacky with it. Cedar, laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. I've got a KO ship that is crashing into a mountain peak. I was going to add smoke clouds. There you go. There's the cough. Smoke clouds to finish it off. It's just primed so far. Which KO ship is it? I'm assuming it's if it's crashing into the mountain. And is it a frigate? Or
I
like
imagine it's
a
the
gun
frigate
hauler.
or maybe
Gun hauler.
it'd be funny if it was the ironclad. That'd be epic looking.
That'll have to be a very big mountain as well, because it's it's a bit of a beast of a ship. That would be pretty cool in terms of appearance, though. Gotta admit. Yeah, if we weren't looking to sell, I could use these KOs like massive terrain, like as like Cedar's done there, crashing in, or something like epic going in, like crashing into terrain of some sort.
You could just break it down and turn it into a very expensive terrain piece.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So a little one gun hauler, right? Okay. That makes sense.
Enough.
It's still epic. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's still a pretty cool idea. Cool concept.
Yeah. I've got the Thingo down there as well, my Ideneth terrain as well. Because I got those painted up.
Oh, did you paint up your Ideneth terrain?
Yeah.
Oh, what color did you use for it?
Griff Charger Grey.
For the whole thing?
Pretty much.
Okay, fair enough. Cool.
Yeah, it does look good in my.
I mean, it's supposed to be a ghost ship, anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, well, like ethereal kind of underwater thing.
Yeah,
so
something.
It works. It works.
Yeah. Your armor, your theme. Whatever you want to do with it.
You've seen my Ideneth, right? I've got there's about as colourful as anything. So. And also some of my ogres have got like a bit of a purple pants going on as well. So.
Oh, I know. You have some funky pants going on there.
Oh yeah. I've also it's quite amusing to be honest. I've got these ogres that are from the realm of the hell's the fire one?
Actually,
there you go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the realm of Akshi. So I've got these, and again the tan on. I tell you, with the skin color, it's quite amusing.
Wait, what?
I'll have to show you once it's done. But they're from the realm of Akshi because my tyrant, Balrak, he made an appearance actually in the tavern that's on Discord.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
I've
Very
also put
loud announcement of his entrance.
Yes. Oh yes, and then I also put in the in the alliance bit as well for the war herd about the
right.
The rumbling of like they heard a distance. I heard a rumbling in the distance. The clouds were pregnant with expectation, but yet on the horizon they saw basically like hundreds, thousands of ogres running towards them, and the noise was their stomachs. They're hungry boys.
Well, they're ogres. They have to be hungry boys.
Oh yeah, that's why they're only starting to enter the fray now. They weren't that hungry before, but now they've got a reason. Food. And that's where plenty of folks are these days. In this bottle. Yeah, Matt, I was thinking as well, and you had some of the picks that we do and stuff like that. We can start adding that as well to the the videos that you do, the summary videos, which would be pretty cool.
I'm curious, how do you think the campaign's going for us so far?
I mean, to be honest, it's good. I'm liking it. So I think you've done pretty well with the whole, it's running of the thing as well. So I think, what's his name? The Avalon guy.
Yeah, who wants to be a Wood Elf.
Yeah, we'll call him Wood Elf.
I think his actual name is Adam, I believe.
Oh, it is Adam. Yes. Because I actually asked him. I got to actually know him a little bit on Facebook. It was a Facebook group. Yeah, because I reached out to him and said, because he's done his own book, which was awesome anyway.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, and I said to him that it's such great work you've done, and read bits of it as well. And it says really good, blah blah blah. And then that's when I said, but if you want to get involved at all, we do have our Pocket Realm, hence what's on the screen right now. And he really liked the idea of it, and lo and behold, there he is.
He's been a really active part of it so far. So
exactly.
Really cool. He's contributed a lot of things.
Yeah.
Same with Sita or Steven. Also very active on there. A lot of contributions.
I'm hoping my Marvel stuff is contributing, mate. You know what I mean? Any hobby work.
it's hobby work, but it's hard to include into the videos for the
No. I mean, just point wise.
I mean, suddenly Cyclops appears.
The Hulk comes smashing down. But no, honestly, any hobby work like 40k stuff or anything like that, it's just to add points.
It's still counted towards the points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But not necessarily included in the video because for obvious reasons.
Hard to justify the Hulk or the Juggernaut joining the fray.
But why? There's a multiverse, so surely they'll be able to get into the pocket realm somehow. No, that's all good. Yeah, to be honest, I just like the idea of contributing, even though, it's not AOS that I'm painting at the moment. Well, I am at the moment, but for the foreseeable future is being able to contribute, obviously, towards the campaign, regardless of 2 points and stuff.
I mean, like, it's all about motivating people to get involved or just be active on the Discord or just in the hobby in general, really. And it doesn't have to be Warhammer. It could be anything, really.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't even have to be... Because I would fully advise people to do, like, just character pictures, character portraits, like write a backstory. That'd be cool, too.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that.
Because like, a lot of people have like introduced their characters, but like, I want a backstory. Throw it in there somehow, and then I can like write it into the story or the narrative, maybe even. Because I kind of wing it with some things. I don't know how, like, the Dave Barden's Katarina vampire lady. I just kind of winged that voice. I had no idea if she sounds that way or whatever, but I just kind of winged it. Whatever, it's all good. Like if people have like a certain way that they want their characters to sound, or if you have a very difficult to pronounce name, please like phonetically spell it out so I don't butcher it when I read it out.
I think it's actually Dave again who, when I did one of his backstories, the character videos.
Oh yeah, he's done quite a lot. He's got like all his whole vampire family really. They're all involved. They all have a backstory, or a good portion of them have a backstory. So that's pretty cool.
I remember trying to pronounce one of the names for his crypt ghouls that I used to have. And yeah, I think I butchered it quite badly, but no, it wasn't. It was his Slanish army that he's actually sold now. But yeah, I remember doing that, and I think he got it. I don't know. He said I did okay with it, so that's all right. I can't even remember what the name was now, but
I mean, Seed is a militiaman or free guildsman. I can't pronounce some of those names, or I tried to. I'm pretty sure I failed at it, but close approximation. That's all you can get, really.
No, but I think the campaign overall is going quite well. I think I like.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's like what when we discussed, like, because obviously the whole idea is what we've obviously when we discussed the whole campaign from the very beginning was to actually get to a point where it's close where we're at now, in the sense of where it kind of runs itself to an extent, in terms of people contributing and doing other bits. And obviously you've done a lot of work behind the scenes, Matt, to get all this to get to where we are for sure. And I think it's really good, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think
it's not quite fully automated. I wish it was. Saved me a lot of time. But like a lot of the work comes from just people contributing.
Yeah.
Like giving the pictures, giving the story and background.
Yeah.
What was it? The Alinar of Tir Garan, that guy. He had a big battle report, which gave just like a good chunk of the last summary that I did.
Yeah,
so that was very nice.
No, that's cool. No, I mean,
having pictures of battles and like people reporting in on battles, that just lets me know, how should I write this or how should I play this out? And they already have an idea of how things worked or how things came out, and the picture's already there that tells the story. So it works. Makes it a lot easier for me.
Well, this is it. Matt, I was saying, compared to it's a lot easier in a way, by the looks of it and sounds of it, than some of our battle reports that we used to do.
Yeah, although I think I can probably do. I think I've gotten used to writing in a way like that I can do it a bit more efficiently now.
Right.
I'm getting to that point at least, I think.
Yeah. Because, basically most of my time is, not all my time is pretty much social media and a load of other stuff as well. But, so in terms of, and obviously board games now as well. But obviously, the 2-year plan that I've got, so hence why there's a lot of groundwork and stuff.
I'm glad I got the names all right, Sita. Because what was it? Something Ivans get or Ivans get. The names of his characters. And there's another one that's just long. They were fun to say. I just wasn't sure if I was doing it any justice.
Yeah.
Hello there, Mr. Cookie Rider.
Hello. Welcome to chat. I think it's first time actually.
It's a new name, I believe. Not one that I recognize, at least. Yet. Did I lose sound? Or did you lose sound? Hello? There we go. Back, I think.
We're back.
Okay, cool. It went quiet. I was confused and concerned.
Oh, Bosky. Hey,
Bosky.
Yeah. Welcome, mates. Shocking that's your first time. That's the first time I've seen your name here. I tell you, I'm gonna have words with you. Welcome. Yeah, Bosky's a good old friend. Back in the Warhammer Total War days. I think it's the third. Well, I made it finally. Well, if today's your third time here, then our bad. Yeah, I've heard the news about Total War Warhammer. I know you don't actually have it, do you, at the moment, for instance?
Who, me? No, yeah. I do not.
No.
I've heard that the new version is going to have what you can customize your Demon Prince if you do Demon Prince or Chaos Army, I guess.
I think she had Chaos Lord or something, yeah. And then on top of that, the most exciting thing for me is the multiplayer aspect, campaigns, saying that it can go up to 8-player, where normally it was 2.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's really cool. But at the same time, that's going to be a long wait between turns, isn't it?
Apparently, again, Bosky can correct me if I'm wrong here, but it's going to be similar. So everyone's going to have their turn at the same time, and when you're done, you just press end turn, and obviously then you'll wait for other players to end their turn. So
right.
Not really waiting as such.
So I mean, everyone acts, and then time happens, and then the next turn comes up.
I think so.
Well, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting though, because on the campaign map in my head, because I haven't really delved into it much, but that aspect, it's going to be difficult in a way. I can't really see it, because if, for instance, like me and you wanted to influence, or if Bosky then wanted to intercept like me on my army before I got to you, but then I was moving, it's kind of bizarre, like the sequence in that sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to how that would work as a series of sequences, because if you move your army and I move my army and the third or fourth person also move their army in close proximity and they cross paths somehow, how does that work exactly? I'm sure they'll figure it out, but it sounds like it could be very tricky.
Yeah, I'm curious about that, but awesome. then the other aspects is obviously whoever you're going to be gaming with, just ensuring that they've got a good connection or a good PC, because otherwise you're going to be doing a lot of waiting, especially during battles and load times and all that jazz.
Yeah, that's the problem with these kind of games. The load times are pretty horrendous for some of them.
It can be, yeah, especially if your PC is not necessarily a gaming PC, personally. Here we go. Bosky, the player can do building and everything at the same time, but the time only pauses at battle and diplomacy. Okay. So they can do building and everything at the same time. That's the conundrum, right? So, Bosky, say for instance you had your army and that was coming towards my settlement that had an army in it, but then if I could move at the same time, then I would move my army out to attack, say, and then you'd attack my settlement without the army in it. I'm just thinking about sequence, that kind of thing, because, yeah, just curious.
I'm sure they'll figure it out and work it out.
Oh, yeah. Also, the campaign will have 2 mini-maps, one in Cathy and the other in Kislev. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's really good. I made it. It's painting and listening to you at the same time. Where it made what? Did I miss something there, mate? You know about your Thousand Suns?
I think he made it as in like he made it to the stream.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. That's right. That's right. He made it to the stream. My bad. I'm having a moment. Yeah, so he made it to the stream. He's painting and watching us at the same time. There you go.
There you go.
Well, I know what he's painting. He's painting his Thousand Suns, I think. Yeah, because we were talking about those before. Yeah, really cool chapter. Or faction, or whatever you want to call them.
Always enjoy their paint scheme and their aesthetics as well. The whole kind of semi-Egyptianish kind of theme.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the idea is that their souls, their essence, kind of trapped inside the armor.
Yeah, like empty shells kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. I do. Oh yeah, that's one ogre down. Got 3 more to go. Yeah, it's painting the Thousand Suns. Very cool. I was going to say Bosky as well. Don't worry about like anything. Just put him in Discord as well, so we can look at it and ridicule,
make fun of it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So at the moment he's ordered the Codex and Terminators as well, which is awesome.
Ever thinking about branching over to AOS?
I think if Bretonians were there, then yeah.
Well, I mean, they are there. That's what the Fleshier courts are.
Yeah, true. Chimera, good evening to all. Good evening to your kind self too. Let us know what you're working on. Or you're just chilling and watching. It's really cool as well.
Just enjoying our company.
Mm. All right, so he's going to wait. Yeah, that's the issue. That's why I've got multiple things on the go, waiting for paints to dry. Especially, yeah, I can't just sit and watch. And to be honest, a lot of times I do have like multiple miniatures. So then, if I'm waiting for something, because I use contrast a lot as well. But wait for something to dry and move on to the next one, and then next, and next. Just keep going back and forth.
Yeah, it's efficient.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
All right, need some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. 40k is rich with lore. I love fantasy and 40k, so my favourite Bretonia, Nurgle, fantasy, yeah. And Thousand Suns and Death Guard for 40k. It's a good show. To be honest, I agree on two accounts there. The Bretonian and Thousand Suns. Death Guard, and I don't know whether this is going to be a divided opinion, no doubt, but for me, Nurgle is probably my least, yeah, it is my least favorite out of the 4K. Well, it's 5 in AOS, but out of the Chaos Gods, I think for me it's gonna be Slanesh first, then it's gonna be Khorne, Zinch, then Nurgle. But Thousand Suns and obviously Brett's, they're very cool. Yep. So as soon as I've done my 3 ogres, I'm gonna move on to painting Wolverine, which is awesome. What a bub. Fax Painter! Hail! Apologies for my tardiness. How are we all? Yes, we are. Well, I can't speak for everyone else, but I'm good. I'm good. Glad to be here and obviously hanging out with you guys. Getting some hobby done. It's been quite a stressful day at work as well, so painting, hanging out with you guys, just very relaxing. Oh. Bloody ads. Yeah, Fax Painter, what are you working on? Or are you just here to chill? Which is always good. I think Matt's back now.
I am. Just had to grab a quick drink and fill up my water pot.
Ah. Yeah, I'm also looking at doing, because I know we do obviously these live streams on Thursdays, which is good that we've actually got kind of a set time now, established time even, and day. But I was thinking of just giving some streams on Instagram a go as well. You know,
How's that work?
Huh?
How does that work? I didn't even know Instagram had streams.
Oh yeah. It's just you basically just go live, and then it's literally just like this camera right here will be watching, doing it's basically hobby hangout, do whatever, play board games or whatever, and then yeah, people just hang out and chat and talk and all that jazz.
Can StreamYard not do it?
Huh?
Does StreamYard not do it?
No.
Like, can we not do it here?
No, it's not as sophisticated Instagram with the live streams yet.
No.
But no, I was just thinking more of instead of doing like, because obviously on these streams we tend to do about an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes longer.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking Instagram, just give it a go. For doing like an hour, or if I have if I'm painting because I paint most nights anyway from like 9. So if I have a bit of spare time, instead of going live on YouTube, just do it on Instagram very quick. But
is there a time limit for those?
I'm not sure, to be honest. But no, it's just because I know we've got a lot of people on Instagram, and not everyone has ventured over to YouTube. So it should be just interesting to see who shows up and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah. Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't try, you just don't know, do you? So might as well see if it's anything decent. I don't know about you guys in chat. If you let us know, do you usually watch anyone live on Instagram, or is it just more like use it really just to... The question is, would you bloody watch us if we were on it? We went live on Instagram, would you watch us? Or would you actually prefer YouTube, kind of like dedicated streams like this? We're basically want to learn from by feedback and all that kind of stuff as well. What works. We are by no means pros at what we do.
Oh, quite the opposite.
Mm. I mean, hobby hangouts, though. I mean, this is gonna stay pretty much just because, obviously, with all of us, obviously Sarah, you, myself, we all thoroughly enjoy the hobby hangouts for sure. But I was just curious about Instagram and how you guys use it, really, and if it's something where that you'd actually use yourself. Drilling orc barrels. That's what Fax Paint is up to. Insta. So here we go. So Insta just used for the pics for me. That's cool. And that is then I watch a mix of Insta and YouTube Live. I check it out. Cool. It's good to know. Well, better is YouTube, but Instagram you can try one time. Yeah, exactly. The idea is just to try it out, see if we like the format. Because again, it's different, isn't it? So it's. I know one guy who used to stream on Instagram, and then he's obviously went over to Twitch, and then that's it. And then he just does Twitch. Really, he does Instagram now and again, but his main bread and butter is Twitch. And I think that'll be the same.
Twitch is a little bit easier to stream on just because that is a platform dedicated for streaming.
Exactly that. And he is a streamer for painting as well and all that kind of stuff. So Alchemist Painting is the guy.
Does he get a lot of views on that, actually?
On what, sir?
Does he get a lot of views while he's streaming his painting?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, well, he does it full time. It's his like full time job now. He does commissions and he also does a bit of. He's released his own board game and other bits now as well. He's just gone full
into really cool.
the world. Yeah, and he's doing all right, to be honest.
That's cool.
But yeah, and he does a bit of voice acting as well on the side. So
yeah,
because he gave us his rates before, and I was like, we're doing the voices. I said,
so professional rates pass.
Yeah, exactly. I said, I thought we were mates. What's going on? Didn't I get the mates rate? And then obviously started laughing. He said, well, he does need to eat and pay the bills. And
fair enough.
Said, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, so he has about. It varies, to be honest. I say an average, probably about 60 viewers or something, and then sometimes it goes higher, sometimes about 40, and then sometimes about 100 or whatever. So he has a decent following now, but he does stream like 4 days a week.
Oh wow, that's dedication.
Yeah, from like 10 till 5 or something like that. It streams for a while. Yeah.
But then again, if he's doing commission work, you might as well stream while you're doing commission work.
Yeah, exactly.
I suppose so. Makes sense. Probably makes it less boring too if you have people talking to you.
Well, exactly. Wasn't aware Instagram did that. Would watch it if it was free. Yeah, it's free. It's just it's literally like on the stories on Instagram. When you go live, it's literally just that's it. You just go live and then you basically click on the icon at the top. And then you'll join the chat, and yeah, I mean, basically, like, for instance, Matt on his phone or whatever would then join on Instagram as well, and then yeah, just basically just like this. Apart from without all the wonderful visuals that you see here, it's not as beautiful as the good old tube. No, I was wandering down. I've got 2 to go. Bloody straw. Not straw. Brush. Well, if I remember you streamed on Twitch. Well, Matt, I somehow managed to bring it up in every single stream, but yes, I did.
What?
No, I was saying about Bosky because he said he remembers when he used to stream on Twitch back in the day.
Oh, you were a big Twitch star, weren't you?
Oh yeah,
World famous, thousands and millions of followers.
yeah, that's it. But I like the humble life, so
Here you are.
decided to focus on a niche. And there you go. And I did enjoy that. It's just again, it was full people who could do it full time. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's tough competition online, isn't it, for attention? Even on, like, say, YouTube.
Yeah,
Trying to get anywhere, trying to get popular enough where you have like a following is difficult.
No, yeah, very. The main thing, though, with what I've learned for sure, and again, it is common knowledge, and it's easy to say more than actually practice, but is longevity as well, and keeping at it and learning as you go, and all that kind of stuff. Because if you don't, then clearly nothing will happen. What is with all these ads, man?
And
bugger off. We're getting closer as well to the 1,000 mark on subscribers, which is excellent.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yes. So hopefully we'll hit that soon. Hit the good old landmark. Not like it would mean much in terms of anything else, but it's just a good landmark milestone to hit. Yeah, the Knight of Zen's been playing you can see the game. Well, that's on the screen right now. It's Seven Wonders Duel. Playing that with his wife, yeah, and been enjoying it. It's a good game. It's fun. It lasts maximum about a half hour, less as soon as you start picking it up, and yeah, it's just good fun.
It's good though having those kind of niche games where you can just get a quick game in and get it done.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like Jo, the wife, she loves it, and that's always handy as well.
Let's see. Getting close to being, I think, finished with these guys, but I'm not sure. I've done a very, very monochromatic. Oh man, I need blood. I need blood on these guys. That's what I'm lacking.
Zombies.
Yeah, I'm trying to do them like a very, very muted, like a monochromatic almost look. Looks all right, I think, but won't know till I get it all done.
You able to put one close to the camera, Matt?
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah.
So, let's see. How's that?
Oh yeah, I can see that now. They're looking good.
Look all right. Just very, very basic kind of paint scheme. Like I did, what was this? Space Wolf's Gray for the skin. Basilicum Gray for the clothes.
No.
Roots is just Seraphim Sepia. Black for the hair. And then lead for the weapons. It's all right.
No,
very simple. But I think it'll look alright once I have like a good horde of them ready. I'll still need a bit of detailing work with them, but yeah, it's alright. Like I said, blood. I think like a splash of red on them will look nice. Maybe give them some like red glowing eyes or something.
I think that's great. Right. The Night of Zen. I love it. It brings out the competitive side in the missus. Scares me a little bit, but it's still fun. Yeah. Well, I do agree with that. I mean, I can't obviously say anything about obviously your missus or anything, or obviously Matt, like your wife as well. But my wife is certainly the competitive one out of us two. I'm.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, she is. It's like if we play Risk or anything like that. If you attack one of his soldiers or anything, she just guns for you like anything and just wants to destroy you. And then it shouldn't. Yeah, it's like when we play badminton or anything. If I'm winning, she'd be like, she'll feign like an injury, like, oh no, I got a sore leg. And then when she's winning, she's like this. Oh, to wind up and stuff. She's so competitive. But yeah, to the extreme, I'd say. But yeah, no, she's a good one. Bosky, they look awesome. So yeah, so Matt, they're obviously your zombie.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, once we get a bit more, I want to say a bit more. I'm going to look to try and jazz up these streams a bit as well, in terms of
jazz it up. How do you want to jazz it up?
In a way whereby it's going to be like, I don't know. I'm thinking about doing like little videos and stuff. So it's, I'll talk to you later about it. But yes, basically, you like have a little like 5-minute quiz section or something like that, where people can just obviously like vote or whatever like that, and just having like random like topics like questions like Q&A or just something like that, and a bit of a interaction time and all that. Not right now, obviously. It's in the future and stuff. But yeah, like we have this map. It's just having like little videos like that, and then like doing like a little quiz thing, and then like just that kind of thing, just to have a bit of the extra fun, if you like. But it's a food for thought anyway. Yeah. So, Cedar, Matt, Christian, can you tell me what kind of place Riverwatch is? Fortified city, castle, military camp, or something else?
I imagined it. I kind of imagined it as like a military stronghold, outpost kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, in mind,
like a fort.
Yeah, like a fort. Yeah. Like in my mind, if you guys watched Game of Thrones before, if you guys remember, oh shoot, what was that place called? The Eyrie, where it's like on a mountain, a fort or a castle on a mountain. It's quite isolated, quite well defended, that kind of thing. Had some sort of tactical advantage, some tactical value over the surrounding area. That's what Riverwatch was in my mind. So like it was, in my mind, it was on like a cliff face overlooking a large part of the river. I just had good viewpoints everywhere. You could see far down the river, up and downstream of the river. So it was a very, very tactical point. So it was a very key point for either side to take it. So some sort of fortified stronghold fortress thing. Hope that answers it.
Yeah.
unfortunately, I suppose your guys got kind of caught in the vampire uprising. But I didn't get them killed. I did leave that ambiguous, just in case you didn't want them getting killed. So, if they want to make a harrowing escape out of Riverwatch, that'd be cool to write up. Be happy to do that in the next video.
Yeah, I think Seed is actually. So I was talking to Cedar briefly about it, and yeah, he's thinking of writing something up, and just because again, you get points for that as well towards your cause.
Yeah.
So by all means, that's if you don't obviously have the time or energy or a bit of hobby burnout in painting or anything, you do have other avenues to contribute. So yeah, by all means, write up something, that'll be sweet.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not all about the glory, I mean, sometimes just a really harrowing escape down like a sewer line can be very interesting as well. It develops character as well. Because I mean, like what I'm hoping to do with these campaigns is to help people flesh out their army. Like what happens with their army, what happens with their heroes and their characters. Like so, for example, if your hero was caught in that kind of dire situation and they managed to escape, what happens with them? What kind of personality does that develop? Does that change how they view things? Does that change, a part of who they are? That kind of thing. So, like, I think Dave Barden, he's having a bit of a power trip with his vampire uprising. So that'll be fun. Interesting. I'll be interested in seeing how his characters kind of react to all of it. I'm also waiting to see like what the outcome of his betrayal will be like, how the alliance and how the herd is gonna react to his betrayal. Let's see.
Need help? Right. Could I add a null oil on a blue color?
Yeah, of course. Null oil works on anything, I think, pretty much. I mean, if you think about it in a way, it's kind of like a shadowing, tinting kind of color even. So like if you just want to darken something, it works on blue just fine. Just darkens the blue a little bit. It kind of dulls the color a little bit as well.
Which is good. If you fancy doing layers or highlights and stuff afterwards, then
yeah.
That's a good aspect as well. Depending on obviously what, as Matt was saying, then if it does dull the color, but depending on what technique or what look you're going for as well.
Yeah, exactly.
No worries, Bosky. No worries, mate. Yeah, with the new points as well for AOS, I'll add up my ogres just to see what I've actually got.
That's a good point. I don't think I've done that for my Stormcast for a while. Last time your ogres fought my Khorne warband, I think, right?
Yeah, that was at your old place,
yeah. Oh, wow. That was it? I don't even remember.
Yeah, that's when we had the barbecue.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
It was.
Jeez. Time just kind of flows.
It does.
Just don't even recognize time anymore. Just goes. Let's see. So yeah, let me know how many points you want to do, and whether or not you want to do it like with what's it called, with Path to Glory stuff or not.
Yeah, we'll do.
It'll be quite different from your rats because you won't have so many casualties.
Yeah. Well, if Path to Glory is something you're really keen on doing, because I mean, again, my main issue, which is what I'm trying to not reduce and nullify a bit more, is the actual number of armies. It's like the ogres, as said, you can't even remember when we last fought them. So that's just because the sheer amount of armies that I've got, and it's like I've not really used my Nighthaunt either until I think last time I used them was the end of chapter
1, which was at like the very start of this channel.
It was, yeah. That was actually whilst we had battles around mine.
Yeah. It's a good long while ago.
Yeah. Because we don't exactly get a buttload of games in, but we have done a lot of Warcry. But yeah, we don't really get that many games in. So having this many armies,
I mean, life just kind of gets in the way, doesn't it?
No, of course. That's why it just kind of alludes to what I was saying before, though, about the armies and having so many. Having a good number that you're happy with and all that kind of stuff's fine. Or if you just, use them now and again and you're happy with that, cool. But I just want to kind of just simplify my hobby life to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
With army-wise, that is. And then they'll release some sort of human knight faction, and then there's another army.
Nope, getting all of them.
That's pretty much what I'm waiting for. That's pretty much what I'm waiting for. The minute that kind of faction comes out, then I'm like,
do you think they'll do it? I think they'll bring back Bretonnia or some rendition of Bretonnia, I suppose.
Maybe in the Crusades that's coming out or something, they'll do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it does sound like what is it called? The Dawnbreaker Crusades or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds something that could, because I mean, Crusades, you think of Knights Templar, so you think of Knights, right? So it automatically brings up that connotation. So it's possible, could be. I mean, from the artwork, at the very least, I think from the artwork, it looks like they plan on possibly revamping the, what are those things called? The flagellants, at least.
Oh yeah.
And from the recent-ish releases, it sounds like they'll at least bring out some more vampire hunters or witch hunter type kind of characters as well, which would be cool. I wouldn't mind having a full army of witch hunters or something specialized. Like that kind of aesthetic looks really cool in my mind. I could do without the flagellants, but the witch hunters, the vampire hunters, those are really cool, I think.
Alejandro has joined and says, I see we have 2 Christians now. No, I think you're just drinking, mate. That's what you're doing. Seeing double. Yes, you do indeed. Sarah is not with us tonight, but you have me, Matt, and my good side. My hobby desk view. Just trying
I'm going to grab a few more colors. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries. We'll go back on the chat anyway in a bit. So go a bit more Spartan. I want to do the same. Yeah, it's for me again, as I was alluding to before. I've got a lot of board games, got a lot of Marvel stuff. I've got lots of Marvel coming into this year. I've also did the Kickstarter for Marvel Zombicide. So I've got so much stuff to paint up that's all Marvel related, and which is obviously a separate game. All that kind of stuff is fun, but at the same time, from the AOS, I was so overwhelmed. Hence why I'm simplifying things. Well, yeah, if a human faction were to come out, then I'd be like, yeah boy, another army, and I'm gonna have to get rid of another one instead. Bretonia, fuzzy lady. Yeah, no, Bretonia would. I don't think they'd do that. I think they'd do maybe some form of knights, but I'm hoping if they do knights, it's going to be kind of not knights in shining armor. I'm hoping it's going to be kind of like Crusade, where it's dark and torn and other bits, where it looks like an actual Crusade knight, which is pretty cool, rather than a rookie kind of knight. If you catch my drift. I'd love a fully fleshed out Order Azir faction. Honestly, this is it. It's like what I was saying before as well in terms of factions. To do a proper Cities of Sigmar faction would be absolutely brilliant. I mean, to actually have different races in a unit fighting side by side in the same kind of outfits. How cool would that be? That would be an army I would get straight away. So that just rings and ticks so many bells. Honestly, it's so good. There's so much character, and I know you can do it with Warcry, I think, at the moment. But yeah, I would absolutely love that as an army. But I don't know, because I've not really looked at any recent narrative stuff for AOS last, say, few months. Again, personal problems and other stuff, but so not really caught up. But I don't really... Are they keeping with Cities of Sigmar? I know obviously got all the old models and all that kind of stuff, but all you see really is all these new factions coming out and not necessarily focusing on Cities of Sigmar, if you know what I mean. They're just keeping that as like a pocket for your old miniatures so you can still use them. I think it's a shame in a way. It means great that you can still use them, but I think if they just managed to bring in like another few units for Cities of Sigmar, so then you can still have a unit of dwarfs or a unit of whatever, but then you can also have a unit that's mixed if you want to. Then that'll be pretty cool. I bought the Solos box thinking the big Stormcast guy on the front was New Bretonia. In my defense, I've been out of the hobby nearly 20 years. Yeah. That would be cool, though. Well, it could have been. It could have been from the days of Bretonia. His soul, his essence. I would never buy a unit with elves. Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Surprising, I know.
One of these days, they're gonna like put out an army that just aesthetically works for him. Maybe they'll have like, I don't know, elves wearing beastmen hides or wearing like dinosaur pelts. And Alejandro's gonna be like, "Oh, I need that.
Yeah.
I need that in my life."
Maybe if they do the what do you call it, Orion or Kurnothi faction. There you go.
Oh yeah. So I mean, those are like kind of half beast, half elf kind of looking things. So yeah, I could do it. I'm curious what the Umberneth are gonna look like.
Yeah. That'll be cool. So when I say Alejandro would prefer like blue elves, so it's a mixture of like the Tau race looking, like in terms of skin tone, and then obviously being elves as well. Oh, that hits the spot.
Ah, crap! I missed one's color. Be right back.
Yeah, no worries. My last ogre, folks. My last ogre. Woohoo! It's me, Mario. It's actually another game I like playing, Mario Kart. That's good fun. It's an easy game to play with family and friends and all that jazz. Also, do you guys, again, I'm not sure whether you do watch it, but I did put it on the story on Insta. It's the new TV series, Moon Knight. I can't wait for it. It's going to be so damn good. And it's looking quite dark as well, which is excellent. And obviously, of course, we'll move on to something which I am absolutely so excited about as well as, but this is just like top stuff. Ogres, my lord. It's Ogres, right? AOS. Ogres. Yeah, Moon Knight's going to be pretty cool. That's on Prime, I believe. But yeah, the other series that I'm really, really looking forward to is obviously Lord of the Rings. that is coming out. I think Moon Knight is coming out in March, and then March this year. And then you got Lord of the Rings, which is coming out September. I think 2nd of September. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be so cool. I mean, obviously, I'm hoping they do it an amazing job. Of course, you know, it's a tall order really to follow the films. In terms of obviously how good they were during the time. So now time has moved on. You'd hope it gets even better. But I think, you know, they're my favorite films, so I can't really, you know, my hopes aren't as high as the actual films, but I'm just hoping for a good series and not something that sucks. Moon Knight looks awesome. It does. I can't wait. Oh, Disney Plus. Yeah, Disney Plus. Sorry, yeah, it's not on Prime. Lord of the Rings is on Prime. Moon Knight is on Disney Plus. Yeah, you're right.
I saw an ad for that. That looks really, really cool, actually. Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Can he wait? Can he wait? Moon Knight would be awesome. Yeah.
Even if Games Workshop released a Roman pirate fish dragon dinosaur faction with elves in it, I wouldn't get it because of elves. Oh, damn. At least you're a man of your principles.
You know what I think, Matt, you should do? You know, towards the end of the campaign, for like we look elsewhere and all that stuff, but obviously I know we're a while off, but we should have one last ditch attempts that for the Warherd to be successful, they need to save this elf character, and then they'll be victorious.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That'd be great.
And then we just have to see what happens. Whether the Beastman can swallow his hatred, his pride, for the sake of the herd.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
This really is a tough decision.
Tough choice.
Yeah. I mean, you can make it a secret thing. Obviously, I mean, by the time we come to do it, they'll probably forget anyway, so it's all good. But in terms of like, do the same thing for the elf as well, but make it so it's not as obvious. Like saving it isn't necessarily a good thing, but see if they're willing to put their differences aside to save the individual, and whoever saves it is victorious for that reason.
Could be. No, I gotta get the update for or start asking people about, because I think it's been a few days now. I think anyone that's actually interested in the video has watched it by now, or who are following the campaign have watched it by now. So I have to start asking questions about where do people want to go with the next turn of events.
Yeah, I think in the Alliance chat, I can't remember who it was, but I did see something about like what, you know, because obviously with the events that have happened, what should they look to do X, Y, or Z? Obviously, I don't want to say because obviously it's in one of the chats.
Oh yeah, of course.
But so I think something is being discussed. I believe, could be wrong, but I think I did see it. Roman faction sounds interesting. Yeah,
well, I mean, my Stormcasts are painted as a Roman faction almost.
See, presumably they'd saved that hate bleed elf. I'm assuming we're talking what we were talking about before.
Yeah, the diplomacy bit.
Yeah.
When they Melusai and the runt little Gore had that little chat. That was cute. I enjoyed that. That was fantastic. Didn't expect that to happen, actually.
It's the beauty of creativity from everyone. If my goat's survival depended on in an elvish life, the entire beast herd would suicide. Oh dear lord.
Well, all right.
So be it.
So be it. You have chosen death. I don't know. I'm still hoping for that romance story between them. You know, that hate blood Melusai and that one Gore to play out. It's an amazing romance story just waiting to happen. I can feel it. It's like Romeo and Juliet, except with monsters.
Yeah, since Seed is agreeing with you.
Hey, you know what, Alejandro? It's still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh, indeed, they are. Full of variety, indeed.
I don't know, maybe diplomacy. These diplomacy meetings are like the closest thing the Mortal Realms has to Tinder. It's just how you do it. I mean, the goat was even asking, you know, if you're brave enough, pick up that knife. That's like Netflix and chill right there.
Boom, bada, boom. I think my ogres are sorted.
Well done.
Mm.
Now, time to count up how many points you got, and then I can think about who I want to bring to him.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm probably going to be my Stormcast, just because I don't think my Slaves to Darkness are ready to really fight much of anything. I don't think I have much of variety for them.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, me and my ogres is pretty much just everything I have. It's not like much choice just yet. And plus, that one thing I do like about the ogres again is like, because I've painted obviously so much stuff, but it's I will look forward to fleshing out and getting the because again, mine's mainly like the glutton, so it's all about the the horde kind of obviously of ogres. But I won't mind getting some like just a beast now and again. That'd be pretty cool.
What do you mean beasts? I don't think
The ones that they ride on you.
Oh, right. These claw riders. Right.
Yeah.
Those are great models. I really like them.
Oh yeah. Pardon me. Okay, so ogres are done. Now onto Wolverine. bit of a jump, but hey ho. So I've started painting him. Obviously, very, very early days, as you can tell. And that's the guy, obviously, over there, Cyclops that I did before. Pew pew. It's pretty cool. So yeah.
Honestly, I never really liked Cyclops as a character very much.
No, he's one of my favorite. X-Men.
Too much of a goody two shoes.
He's in the comics. He's not anyway. He still is. He's very stern, very driven, all that kind of stuff. But he has got a lot more depth, definitely in the comics. Than
Does he?
The films have destroyed his reputation.
Oh, I was thinking more of the '90s cartoon.
Yeah, the thing is always. Yeah, I do get that. He is the leader, so he needs to be.
Yeah, he has to be the foil to everyone.
Everyone else is all weird and wonderful, and he needs to be the stern one because every decision he makes obviously is life or death in terms of.
Yeah, fair enough.
So he needs it's like Captain America making the tough choices so everyone else can have fun.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But no, in the comics though as well, he is pretty cool. But no, he's and Wolverine's just awesome as well. Just love his absolute rage that he goes into, and his character as well is pretty cool.
I think Wolverine's one of just a basic fan favorite for everyone.
So Hatebleed X, the speaker.
Are we talking about the goat and people blue side still?
I should say hashtag better story than Twilight. Well, in the Mortal Realms and Pocket Realms. But yes, I get
good times. Now all we need is someone to rule 30 for it. If you don't know what that is, don't look it up, please. If you do know what it is, you know what to do.
Yeah, one thing I found as well is that because obviously I work from home, pretty much all the time. That obviously with this chair that I'm on, it's getting worse and worse in terms of squeakiness.
Oh,
yeah, I suppose so. It's definitely me gaining weight. Although I have lost a few pounds, but I've put a few more back on. I've been recently anyway.
It's tough, isn't it? Because during lockdown, you can't really do much to really lose weight. You can't really go anywhere.
No,
they're pretty limited at the moment, still. I think, at least.
Yeah, I think a lot of things will be changing soon. Then.
Yeah, Boris announced the relaxation things, but
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Left.
Let's continue painting Wolverine.
I like how this conversation has just turned into like analyzation of the sexual tension between the snake and the goat.
I said, wish I was paying a bit more attention to it. Then, obviously, then you said something about some sort of sexual tension. I was like, "What? Are you in about the Alejandro's and Cedar's chat before?"
Yeah.
I was going to say because it kind of didn't really fit in line with what I was saying. It's like, oh what? Can't fake. Yeah, you can't fake chemistry like theirs. Balls, that's a bit too much. But hey ho, let's just do it. Do it to it. Oh, you bugger. Oh, Christian, be more careful, will you?
Nice.
Hello and welcome to the Hobby Hangout. So, Alejandro, I'm assuming, is this your mate then you were saying? Matt, I believe, the artist or artiste. Welcome to the Hobby Hangout.
Welcome. So I got a project for you. Rule 34, if you're aware. I'm joking. Please don't. I'm trying to keep this family friendly.
Oh dear. No, I'm good. Okay. That's a laugh and a half if I've ever saw one before. Oh. Yeah, it took my time a bit more when I was painting Cyclops. Just because, again...
Why is he your favorite character? I'm curious.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like his... For me, it's, first of all, I like his ability. I think it's pretty cool. And the actual... It's like his actual eyes are it's basically a portal to another dimension. So it's like another existence. So it's not exactly he just shoots laser beams out of his eyes. It's a portal to another place, which consists of full of energy, and obviously that then shoots out of his eyes. But he then controls that with the visor. So obviously different levels and settings. But it's also not an actual like laser beam as such that comes out. It's more of apparently it's more of a like a punch kind of thing. So it's not like it cuts through stuff. It's just that powerful that it can actually smash through things with its force rather than actually being pristine, like kind of cutting through. And also he's naturally like strategically gifted as well and all that kind of stuff. So and obviously just being a natural leader and in the comics as well, there is a point where he actually becomes, I won't say becomes Magneto as such, but he basically dons the cloak of Magneto and all that kind of stuff, and it gets a bit crazy, but it's pretty cool.
Interesting. Didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was just laser pew pew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just that thing. It's just understanding that as well, and then like it's just that's why when he does the portal in a way is a part of him. So if he just constantly has his eyes open, full blast, no regard or anything like that, then the energy from this other portal, other dimension, that weakens and then weakens him. Hence why he needs to control it with his. But then that's why he can become so powerful when he does shoot it. Matt Christian, allow me to introduce my friend. Right, okay, Alejandro, we managed to get your name, obviously, I believe, pronounced correctly. So, who are? I don't know. I can't even pronounce that. Matt.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Guara, Guanera.
Yeah. You can break it down for us if you like. The guy who has okay, so it's the same hate for elves, but with vampires he just joins. So okay, cool.
Wow, this server just got full of vampires.
Nice. I got my ogres. I'll eat them for breakfast. I got a question. What is your favorite army from AOS? Ooh. Well, people will know I don't really have a favorite per se. I have a favorite at a point in time. Hence why I've got so many armies. I think if I had to choose, it's probably an army that I don't actually have. Because, again, like the vampire count, historically, Warhammer Fantasy, vampire count was what I was all about, and Dark Elves as well. So this is towards the end of the Warhammer Fantasy. Now with AOS, again, vampire count, not vampire count, Matt, what are they called again?
Soulblight.
Soulblight, there you go. So Soulblight, they're new in my books. So in terms of, from that structure. So I already invested in Nighthaunt before those came out. So then I'm like, but if I was to be truthful, I'd say Soulblight are definitely up there with one of my favorites. And I'd probably say I'd say Soulblight. I think just from a storyline point of view and everything else, I'd say Soulblight just because I like the idea of vampires and everything, zombies, mass horde of zombies, that kind of thing. Then yeah, I'd probably say that. What about you, Matt?
Depends on what you mean, like lore-wise or gameplay-wise. Although
I've just gone with an overall picture kind of thing.
I think I still like Stormcast the most, just because there's still the human element, but at the same time they're different and they have their own kind of like difficulties to go through. So I like their lore in that respect. I also like their models, just because I like fancy shiny knights. And gameplay-wise, they're fun too, just because they have a lot of diversity. Because basically, they're the most diverse army you can get. You can play any style almost.
True.
And it still is possible with them.
Yeah, very true. Hasn't the Xingers died on this one? I just removed my good side. But yeah, I agree. Because Stormcast are pretty cool. I love the whole, especially now they're fleshed out a lot more and all that kind of stuff. I like that. If there's such a thing as Wood Elves, then I'd probably lean towards them. But because everything's been segregated so much that it's like Fire Slayers. I love dwarfs, like as a concatenation of all of them. But then it's now separated into different things. So I'm just like, I don't know. But I think because one thing that stayed true against the historical stuff, what I really liked, I'd say the vampires. But there's something in every single faction that I really like. That's why I don't really have a favorite. I'd say per se.
That's why you have, hobby ADHD.
Hold on. Sorry, Matt. No, I just had to close down the phone because that's what I was using for the good side.
Ah, right.
Sorry, no, yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I've got so many armies, and I'm basically, in kind of just now, as we were talking before, I barely even play them. So it's like what I played the ogres, and in fact, I played Nighthaunt longer. That must have been over a year now, Matt.
Oh, well over a year if you're talking about your Nighthaunts, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. But I've probably played those the most. Chapter 1, I did use them quite heavily.
I mean, Chapter 1, yeah, definitely. And then before that, when we used to play in the store, you were playing with your Nighthaunts quite a bit more often than anything else.
Yeah. Okay, so we half butchered it.
That's all right. I expected it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, same. Yeah.
You have to enlighten us somehow.
So no one's your favorite when all of them are your favorite, Big Brain. Well, that's it. We'll go with that. All your favorite. There's an aspect of everything. Although, if the dwarfs, I probably would lean towards those if they actually brought out a fully fleshed out dwarf faction, rather than because I love the old school dwarfs, in the mountains and all that stuff.
Yeah, me too. Like, I would prefer like old fashioned mountain, grumpy dwarves over the sky dwarves or the fire dwarves. But that's just me, I guess.
No, exactly the same. Bosky, well, I need to go to bed. Still work day, I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post the Rubik Marines on the weekend, even if I'm shy. Honestly, mate, do not worry about that. A great bunch of people, as you know, in Discord. So, wish you to a beautiful evening and good luck with the painting. Thank you very much for joining tonight, Bosky, and I'll speak to you later.
We'll see you in the future.
Last bit from Bosky. I hope you might have already left actually, but I hope I could talk with you guys one day and meet Matt. Tell you what, meeting Matt is it's a privilege because you guys don't get to see his face apart from this still picture I post on thumbnails. So when you do see it, it's like, oh, it's breathtaking. That's why we have to take him off screen.
Otherwise we just get too many fangirls coming in.
Yeah. And as Matt said before, it's safe for the OnlyFans. So
yeah, exactly.
Special
if
content.
you want to see the full Monty, you have to join up.
Yeah, you have to buy a coffee. The link's down below. My favorite army is Seraphon.
Seraphon.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say Seraphon were my very first army for Fantasy when I was about 12. And I absolutely loved them. And I still have a very much fondness for them. It's just the miniatures. I wish they had more. There's some awesome miniatures, obviously like the Slan and Croak and Dinos. But in terms of, the ones that they ride, apart from the cold ones. But yeah, I think if they could update the Skinks, Sauruses, and definitely the Cold War Knights, I think that'd be cool.
I think there's a lot of like good alternative sculpts out there. Like
true.
I've seen a couple of 3D printed ones that are really, really nice. And I think some third-party ones are really, really good looking as well.
Oh, shiny fucking... Ooh,
okay?
Just drops contrast paint on the floor, but it was closed.
Oh, that's good. That's a hell of a messy pickup.
Oh, yes. It's like a full bottle near enough as well. It's like... Don't do it. But no, you're right, Matt. That's something which I'm actually going to start looking into a bit more as well. Is some... Not necessarily for units.
Like you got a new army coming.
Yeah, not necessarily for units, but more for individual miniatures,
heroes
or characters, just have a bit of fun with that.
Just sometimes is all right.
Yeah. Stormcast are my favourite. Playing Old Fantasy, I used to think how unfair that's the Chaos Gods bless their champions. But the good guys just got magic weapons. I wanted God-empowered champions. Yeah, see, this is it though for me. I loved the warrior priests, and they just called on for Sigmar's might, and also then they had the prayers, and it was all about faith and all that kind of stuff rather than getting the powers. And they just fought with like grim, like mortal kind of against the odds and all that kind of stuff. I love that. But I do get Stormcast, obviously. That I do get the idea of him, and again, very, very, very reminiscent of Space Marines. In obviously some of the audiobooks I've heard, when a Stormcast is basically walking past in the cities, and obviously you have the mortals there, and the humans are looking at him like, "Oh my god, this is like it's like a god pretty much. It's like like a demigod walking past, and like the reverence that they have for Sigmar for Stormcast is very cool, and it's just very reminiscent of Space Marines when obviously like troops see the Acadians see that Space Marines walk past and like oh my god, like struck with awe. Matt, so what about you though? What about the? Do you like the? Obviously, I know Stormcast you like, obviously, favorite army. But the idea of actually having like equal kind of balance with chaos imbued. Obviously, they're warriors with all the powers of chaos and might and all that kind of good stuff. But the good guys never really had it in the past, but now they do. Obviously, with Stormcast.
Well, I mean, I never played fantasy, so I never really had that kind of viewpoint, I suppose. Always just, I mean, Stormcast were my first army, so
yeah, it's true. When my goats get inevitably destroyed, I will get my Seraphon into the Interstice so I can kill more elves. Then I'll get my Hedonite Warband to kill even more elves. So yeah, honestly, this is the beauty of this, right? So this is the campaign that's what's in the works right now. Is the first campaign, and there will be more obviously in the future elsewhere. Which we're so again, Matt is definitely taking the charge on this campaign that we got going at the moment. And obviously in the future, the idea would be that, we can look to flesh it out even more, enhance it, learn from it, and obviously make the next campaign even better, which is always a good thing. So yeah, Seraphon, by all means, bring those guys into the pocket realm. It'll be a very different place, I think, when they arrive. Well, one section of the map anyway.
Oh, speaking of which, I have to update the map. Because when I updated the map to the Chapter 3 version, it messed up all the markers.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that sometime in the next week or so. Be nice to have some time off finally.
No, it sounds it. Nice.
All right, I think I can call these guys done-ish. Might come back later, another time.
Sounds good.
There, I'll go for the tombstones.
Cool. Need to see what's going on with the colours of Wolverine. There's different colours.
Which colors of Wolverine are you doing? Are you doing his classic yellow,
Yeah.
blue spandex one?
Yeah. So it's got yellows, then he's going to have like obviously dark blue kind of boots under there.
Honestly, it's such a weird color combination, but it's just so
not,
iconic for him.
It is exactly that. It's iconic, so definitely the word.
I mean, if you put that on anyone else, it looks ridiculous. Like, quite honestly, it's such a weird combination of colors. It's like those weird, like 90s, like professional skier type of colors. It's weird, but it just works for him for some reason.
It really does. Yeah. So I'll just put the link in. This is kind of how I'm painting it. I'll put it in chat. That's kind of how I'm painting him anyway. If you manage to get it. Obviously, when I say paint, it's not exactly the same, but it's the color scheme.
Nice. Yeah, the classic colors. Wait, Sita, you don't have the Alliance chat? Hold on, you should. If you haven't, I'm really sorry. You should have been in there. Let's see. Where are you?
Well, Matt's looking at that. The night is then. To be fair, Wolverine looks ridiculous too, but But no one is brave enough to tell him. Oh yes. Wolverine's like 5'3", absolute just pit bull of rage. And then they cast obviously the Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, who's like, almost, if not 6 foot. It's another thing again when he stands next to Cyclops. It's like height wise, it's like Wolverine's I think slightly taller. I'm like, what? Yeah, Matt's gonna check that out. I think I've had a few issues with the internet dropping today.
See that you should be in there now. Sorry about that. I don't know why you haven't been added in there. It's kind of weird.
I was gonna say, can you not? Well, again, like add yourself. Is that a possibility? I can't remember.
No, I've got them hidden so that only when you decide to put yourself into, or when you decide to align yourself with one of the sides, that's when I put you in.
So obviously, we've got different views, haven't we? So that's cool.
Yeah, there you go. You should be in there now. Cool. Good. Perfect.
Sorry, I'm not usually so high maintenance.
Oh, my bad. Should have added you in way before. I thought you did. I thought I did add them in, but oh well. All good. You're there now. That's all that matters.
And Alejandro is back. He's back. The beast.
Well, we were talking about how the war herds were going to collapse by the onslaught of the elves and vampires combined force. But you didn't miss much of anything, nah. In fact, I think I'm going to call it a night almost.
Yeah,
I still work tomorrow morning as well.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long day tomorrow as well. Just because I have to get everything done, get everything sorted before I head off to annual leave.
Yeah, just to keep the good old holiday in mind. Get through the period of time. Right, guys. Yeah, I think that's. I think Matt's yawn is the signal.
That is the signal. I'm done. You could stay on. You could keep going.
Oh man, I tell you what, I've been up since, I was going to say been up since 6. So
yeah, but that's like my life every day.
No, that's throughout the week it is, yeah. And then obviously work all day, and then it's like, yeah. Now I'm like,
well, my kids wake up at like 6, sometimes a little bit earlier. So
yeah, it's true. Well, if you like. I was going to say, Matt, if you want, you can always shoot off and then, but I'll just wrap it up now and then. I'll probably stick around for like a little sec. Oh, well, in fact, let me just have a look. Hold on. Let me see what I've got going on with Wolverine, because I don't want to mess up anything, because I'm getting a bit tired anyway, but hold on. Is there any more touching up? No, I think I'm good. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, as always, for stopping by on our hobby hangouts. Obviously, as always, if you could drop a like on the video, if you're new as well, subscribe, that would be brilliant, and also hit the bell icon. And if you are subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell icon too, so then obviously you can see the future content that we do release. And on top of that, we do have Discord as well, so the links, you'll be able to see all the links. We've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, we've got Discord, we've got Buy Me a Coffee, we've got all that good stuff going on. So if you like, you can always see obviously all those links down below. But yeah, it's been good. Got the ogres painted up. I've started doing Wolverine at least a little bit, and now focus on that. Matt, you've been working on your zombies as well, which
pretty
much done, right?
Yeah, so first 30 almost done. So I'll just need to build up my last film, and then I'll be good to go.
Awesome. So yeah, thank you all very much, and as always, let the dice tell the story. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night, y'all.